Hey, X Society, Misha here. We just watched episode 2 of season 2 of The Punisher, and I'm gonna give my initial thoughts, my initial reaction on this. So, I think that the episode is fine. I think it sets up hopefully a faster paced episode 3 and 4. We have Frank and Rachel that are kind of holed up in the motel. Frank has that butt wound from the bullet. Rachel helps him remove it, stitch him up. But Frank 100% doesn't trust her, and she thinks that Frank is this creepy guy who might assault her. So Frank ends up tying her to a bed, which also probably doesn't help her become more trusting of him for obvious reasons. But Frank obviously has no interest in assaulting this woman in any way. He is more interested in trying to help her and trying to get back at whoever was twisted enough to mess with him. And that person that's trying to mess with him is John Pilgrim. John Pilgrim actually visits Beth, the woman that Frank had hooked up with in episode 1, excuse me, and she provides the name Pete and his last name, so this alias name that Frank Castle uses. And she does this, I don't fault her, honestly. She barely knew the guy, and this guy, frankly, had roped her in this entire thing into more conflict. But that gives John Pilgrim enough to go off of, and they're able to find out where Pete, or I guess Frank, really, is located when Frank and Rachel are arrested after a shootout with the mercenaries. So they end up being on the radar, and we have essentially a setup for the upcoming middle part of the season with Agent Madani being called by Frank Castle. Frank's like, hey, can you help me out, girl? I'm in some trouble. And Madani's like, nope, that was a one-time thing. I got all my other stuff. I got this Billy Russo situation going, which is another thing. A subplot going on right now, the Jigsaw plotline with Billy Russo. What's happening here? So is Billy Russo going to be the main antagonist of the season? Is John Pilgrim going to be the main antagonist? Is Billy Russo going to be working for Pilgrim? We'll see. It's all very interesting to me. I'm enjoying the season. I think it's not perfect. The way I approach these Marvel shows in general is like I'm not expecting perfection. I'm expecting entertainment, and I'm expecting the actors to do a good job. And again, I think John Bernthal is doing a pretty good job in this role. The actress that plays Amy, I think Amy Rachel, whatever it is, apparently her real name is Amy in the show, but Rachel, the actress plays her. I think she does fine. I think they have good enough chemistry, John and her. So overall, guys, I'm enjoying Punisher season 2. I'm gonna have more thoughts on this. I don't know if I'm gonna do just an episode 3 or an episode 3 and 4 combined. I'm gonna try and make sure I get reviews up for each and every one of these episodes. Anyway, Misha from Turtle TV, X Society TV and Movies, we out.